Hi everyone, it's been a while since we've done a YouTube session, so now I'm starting to get back into full swing of things. I thought I'd treat you all to a little half-hour session. We're going back again to some of the basics, so this is a fairly basic level mat work session, but just getting you thinking and checking that you're working the right things. If you've got any worries or concerns about any injuries, any back pain, hip pain or whatever, take advice before doing the session. Either speak to a physiotherapist or get in touch with myself. I don't mind answering questions. Okay, so let's get started with a little bit of a warm-up. So standing up nice and tall, have a little feel about where your pelvis is in the middle there. And we're going to have a draw up and a drop your tail down the other way. And a roll back the other way. So we're tilting that pelvis backwards and forwards, opening out the spine, dropping back the other way, finding that mid position. From there, let's have a little rise up from our toes, onto our toes even, and back down. So we're working from the bottom up to loosen off, up and down through the toes, working on our balance. So we're drawing in through our core as we lift up, and we're lowering back down again. Just two more like that. Lifting up, lowering down. Last one coming up we come. Down we go, and then let's have a little squat and a reach in front. So as you squat down, the things to think about are that your knees are going in a straight line over your feet. You're not going inwards or outwards, they're keeping the same distance apart. Also, you're gently drawing in through the tummy as you go down, so you're opening that spine out. Two more, and then we're going to combine those first two exercises. So stretching out for our little foot series, our ankle series. So we're going to go up, bend, lower and back. Lift, bend. Good one for working on the balance. We don't want to be falling over. Up we come. And last one coming up. Lift, bend, down and back. Reaching up and popping our hands on our heads. We're going to loosen off the spines now by doing what I call my dolphin dive. So we're dropping the chin down, we're having a curl up. At the same time we bend the knees, we curl right down, tail comes up, head comes up, and we lift back up. So we're dropping down, curling up, reaching out, coming back up. Two more. Down and back up. Last one, down we go. Coming back up, stretching up nice and tall, bringing those arms down into the middle, sinking the shoulders and turning out through those hands. So it's our dumb waiter. You want to be thinking about, if you think about your spine, think about it stretching up really tall behind you. So we're opening out all those lower bones, make yourself a couple of inches taller. With the next one, we're squeezing out those arms, stretching wide into Cleopatra and back in. So it's our little turn out through the shoulders, reach out and come back. With the next one, we're going to reach out, stretch over and come back. Through the middle, out and over the other way. So it's our mermaid stretch. We want to try and keep it as straight as we can. So don't come sort of forward, keep still tall as you go over. You might not get so much movement, but you're going to get it in the right places. Over we go. Coming back in, and then float those arms up. From there we're going to twist round, doing our arm openings. So this twist is from that upper body, so we keep the hips going forwards, and then twist through that upper body. Last one. Coming back in, gently lowering back down. Breath in, breath out. Let's drop our chin down on our chest, and we're going to roll all the way down towards the floor, reaching down towards our toes. The weight's on the front of our feet, and then we're coming back up bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Restacking, and again. Breath in, breath out. Down we go. Reaching down, stretching, and slowly, slowly, slowly back up again. And with this next one, we're going to go down all the way and we'll go down onto those mats. So stretch down, reach down, and we're going to go lying on the mat. I'm just going to alter the camera a little bit so that you can hopefully have a better view. You can see that I'm at the club. We've got socially distanced tape everywhere. I think we'll bring you in a bit closer. Let's bring you down in a bit closer. Ooh. So if I pop you there. It's a long time since I've done this. Right. Are you going to be able to see me? Sort of. Oh, I don't like that angle. Let's get you up a little bit. Up, 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 up. We'll go back a bit. I think that's better. There we go. Okay, so from there, folks, we lie down. We've got our knees bent up. Feet and knees are hip width apart. We're thinking about relaxing across the chest. Think about dropping down through that rib cage, drawing in, flattening out that lower back. So we're aiming for a nice straight line through there. Relax and drop back the other way. Think about relaxing across the upper body, drawing in through your tummy, flattening out. And feel how much movement you've got. Arch back up and then find that mid position. So we're not completely flat, but we're not arched up either. So we're in that mid position. We're working across the front of our tummy between our hip bones or pelvis bones. From there, keeping those still. So you can imagine you can pop your fingertips over the front of your tummy, or you can have a think about feeling your bottom. And we're going to do our hip twist level 1. We're going to take one leg out to the side, as far as you can go, and feel what's happening that other side. Keep that other side down. Draw back in, and we'll change to the other side. Out we go. Drawing back in. Now I've just mentally thought to myself, I'm tensing up a little bit around the shoulders. So I'm now relaxing there as we go out with the other leg. Drawing back in. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Just one more each side. Keeping solid through the middle. The weight's even through both sides of your bottom. Last one coming up. Coming back into the middle. So the feet haven't moved, they're still in that same position. We're now going to do our one leg stretch level 1 from here. So we're going to reach one leg out. Now if we don't control it, we go all over the place, yeah? We're all floppy in the middle. So we don't want that. So centre through the middle, keep solid. Don't let the pelvis roll at all as you stretch away. Really reaching out and then coming back in. That foot's just staying a couple of inches above the mat as you stretch and come back. Again, we try not to wobble through the middle. Reach away. Coming back in. We're halfway, we're going to do 3 more. Feeling that strength through the leg, through the tummy. Back we come. Last 2. Stretching away. Coming back in. Last one. Moving on the out breath. Holding on the in breath and returning back in. Check again now that your feet and knees are hip width apart because they might have snuck together. So we want to keep them apart. And we're going to combine those 2 exercises. So this is a bit more of a challenge across our oblique muscles. So go with us. We're going to take one hip out to the side. Tighten up through that core as you then straighten out that knee on that diagonal. Bend it back in. Roll it back in. Let's go to the other side. So hip twist out. Tighten. Get control before you open out. And you close. And you roll back in. Keep going. We're going to do 4 more. And you should feel that you're having to work harder to control through that middle. We're going away from the centre line. So there's going to be more effort, more instability coming in that we're having to control to do the exercise nice and safely. Last two coming up. Hip twist out, reach, coming back in. And if you keep your hands over the front of your pelvis, you'll feel lots of different muscles keep kicking in and switching off. And the art is then being able to feel them without your fingers. So you're listening to your body. We're back in that starting position. Let's have a little go with the arms. So we bring those arms up. Don't have them too close. Relax them out to the side. And we're just going to use the arms in our double leg stretch arms. We're reaching overhead. And if you don't control it, you might be up there with the rib cage. So you're dropping the ribs down, bringing the arms back. Breath in to prepare. Try and stay as flat as you can for as long as you can as you arch, as you open out those arms. Breath in, breath out as you move back. Two more like that. Reaching over, staying flat. It's a lovely stretch to do. So you can do it sometimes without the control, but as long as you know that's what you're doing and you're doing it for a stretch. Big reach out. Coming back up. And then place those hands behind your head. Let's do a little bit of tummy work, abdo prep. So, hands are behind our heads. We've got a breath in. As we breathe out, we're dropping down with the ribs, we're drawing in through the tummies and we're coming up, checking that those tummies look nice and flat. Hold for an in-breath and then slowly roll back out. Breath in. Breath out and we're coming back up. Breath in. And breath out and we're rolling out. And we're concentrating on trying to keep our tummies nice and flat. And feeling that lower part of your rib cage drawing down towards the pelvis edge, that bit shrinking. Holding it and slowly down. If you struggle a little bit with your abdo preps, you can lie on a towel and use your towel. I'll show you with my mat, and you pull on that to help you up. Okay, but hopefully as the more you do your Pilates practice, the more stronger you feel, or the stronger you feel in your tummy, and you're able to do it. Don't force coming up too high if that's too much for you. It might be that you just bring up the head. That's fine. As long as you're feeling it in the right places, not too much around the neck, more in the tummy. So, have a little breather there. We're going to go on now and do our obliques where we cross over from one side to the other. So I'm going to take my right shoulder across towards my left hip. We breathe in. As we come up, we're curling through. So you're feeling that muscle drawing in. And we roll back down. Let's stick with that side for another 3. Pulling in and going across. Rolling back down. 2 to go. Slowly lowering down. Last one coming up that side. Breath in to prepare. Flatten out through the back, drawing in through your tummy. Rest back down and then let's go for the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. And you'll notice it's just that top part of my body going over. I'm not reaching right over, that hip staying down. Back we go. Over we go. Last one coming up. Breath in, breath out. Slowly come back down. Have a little breather there. Walk the feet and knees closer together. Take the arms out to the side. don't have them too high up. Have them level with your shoulders or a little bit below. And we're going to take knees to one side and the head goes the other way. And then we're drawing back in and we'll go over to the other side. Stretching right over. And you can really feel yourself opening out by thinking about that hip bone travelling down towards your knee. So if you think where your thigh bone is, push down along the length of that thigh bone. Last one coming up. Good stuff. And let's then go over onto our sides. We do a little bit of clam work because bottoms rule. So we are stacking hips, shoulders, knees and feet up. The feet are going to be in line with your bottom and your shoulders. Your knees you might want to bring up or take a bit flatter. You want them to be in a position where when you tighten up through your core and you open out, you feel it through the back of the bottom. Sometimes people don't fix in the middle and they're just flapping around, or they're twisting right the way out and moving the body as well. Stay on your side, or if anything, allow this top part of your hip bone, your pelvis bone, to come forward. Squeeze and open. And the more you control through this bit, the stronger that bit will be. Because it's got something solid to pull against. Okay? It's no use pulling against a wall that's going to fall over. You won't get any strength there. Yeah, you've got to pull against something that's solid. Slowly down. So we're drawing in through the tummy, pulling up through the pelvic floor, right the way round from the back to the front. Slowly down. 2 to go. Squeezing open. And back down. Last one. Rest it back down. Feel the bottom relax there. Stretch that top leg out nice and long. And we're side kicking forward. And we're gliding back. Okay. I've got you a little bit close. You can't see what my foot's doing. But I'm doing fancy footwork. So pointy toes on the way forward. Pushing back through the heel. Lengthen through the side. See what I've just done there? So I noticed I wasn't lifting through there. So we pulled that leg away. That helps get that lift there. We keep it solid through the middle. As we kick forward, push back. And we're not going too far. If we go too far, we start to arch. Yeah? So keep in the middle. Only go the area that you can control. We're going to do 2 more. Forward and back. Last one coming up. Gently forwards. Push back. Bend the knee. Lower it back down. Have a little breather. Let's turn over onto the other side and we're going to do the same the other side. So, I'll try and position myself so you can see my head and my feet this time. That's a bit better, isn't it? So, shoulders stacked up. You've got a skewer going through them. Skewer going through your hips, knees and feet. Drawing in. Squeeze through the back of that bottom and we start with that clam. And we're trying to relax down through the neck and the shoulders. If you aren't comfortable with your arm underneath you, and some people have got a little bit restricted movement in the shoulder, in that case, you get your bigger pillow and you have your bigger pillow there and your arms just folded out in front. Yeah? The main thing is you're supporting that neck in that mid position and you're not straining through the shoulder, you're trying to keep it in a nice straight line. Drawing in. Squeezing and lifting. Slowly down. Let's just do 2 more. Squeezing open. Lower down. Last one. stuff and relax everything. So everything gets a bit of a relax. And then we're going to finish off on our side with our side kick. So again, reaching away. See there, we just rested. As I lengthen that leg, we lift up here. We then support that through drawing in through the core as we glide forward and kick back. Trying to relax through the shoulders. This is our level 1.5, so we've got that underneath leg bent to give us some support, but we're just working in the range that hip can do without bending through the back. So if you think about it as a ball and socket, we're rolling forwards and backwards in that socket. Keep drawing in through the tummy, try and relax through the shoulders. Side kicks are quite challenging. You're moving more in and out of your balance point. Last go. Driving back. Bend that leg up. Have a little rest there. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch before we then finish off with a little bit on our fronts just for our upper body. So let's stretch out our hamstrings and our glutes at the same time. So we're lying back in normal neutral position. Pop one foot over the other knee. Okay, stretch that leg out. We're going to bring this other leg up and give it a cuddle. So you should feel that through your bottom. Now, as a little bit of a time saver occasionally, what you can do is straighten that other leg up towards the ceiling. So the leg I'm holding, I'm pointing up towards the ceiling as well. I'll be stretching away. And equally, if you've got a stretching strap, you can hold on to that from your toes. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Let's change over to the other side. I'll use the stretching strap this time to show you what I meant with that. So crossing over, okay, now if I pop that on my foot, so we're pulling in to stretch that through that bottom area, but then I can extend that leg up and I've got the strap, my toes are up towards the ceiling, I'm pulling it in there. We don't do this one that often in the classes because I think sometimes, although it's a great hamstring stretch, you sometimes lose a bit of the bottom stretch with this because you're not able to bend in a little bit more. So if you bend that knee down, you can pull it in a bit more and you'll feel it a little bit more. So that's why we don't do it that often in class. We usually try and make time in a 45-minute class to do both stretches properly. But that gives you a bit of a stretch, a little bit of a feel. Let's go over onto our tummies to finish off. Lie down. And we're going to do a little bit of the breaststroke prep, but we'll do level 2. So we've got forehead on your small pillow or your towel, arms out to the side. And again, not too high, and we're not tucking them in. We're going out nice and wide. So your elbow should be sort of in line with your shoulder. If it's there, it's a bit awkward. Make it there. Gently draw in through your tummy so you're flattening out that lower back. Draw your shoulder blades down to your waist and gently lift up. And we float back down again. Breath in to prepare. Tighten gently through your tummy. Glide the shoulder blades down and we're lifting up. And we're slowly down again. It's a really good one for that upper body posture. We're just thinking about gently straightening out that upper curve. Heads aren't coming up that way. The chins are still tucked in. And we're down. 2 to go. Gently drawing in, lifting up, and down. Last one. Shoulder blades down, drawing in through your tummy, lifting up. Relax back down. Pop your hands next to your chest. push yourself up, and we're going to have a curl back into our shell stretch. Stretching out through the low back. Have a little wiggle round if you want to. And if you can't feel that in your back area at all, sometimes you're a little bit flexible in your hips. So if you roll a towel up there and then curl over a towel, that will give you a better stretch in that lower back area. So we're reaching out. Holding for another 3, 2, sit back on your heels if you can. 1, and then let's gently get up and just finish off in standing. So move it back up there. Sort my trousers out, make sure I'm not going to trip over anything. And good, so hopefully that's just gone back through some of the basic moves, and I'll label it as a basic one for those of you that have been following the Pilates sessions during lockdown. Let's finish off with a general sort of loosening off, a bit of a stretch. So we're going to go wide to start with, feet are turned out, breath in, and we're going to go down, open out those arms for 4, 3, 2, with the next one, let's go wide, holding it there, stretch over, circle over, round to the other side, and circle over, front corner, up to the back corner, circle that arm round, take both arms the other side, reach forward, stretch back, circle round into the middle, pull up a big weight, open out those shoulders, twist round. We're getting our hamstring stretch as we go down into a sore tight position. Those of you that have done some yoga will know that one. And again, feel solid in the middle though. I found that I've improved on doing this one when I think solid through the middle. Come back up and back into the middle. Have a little march out, a little relax of the arms. Okay, from there, let's do our calf stretches. So one foot comes forward, place the back, I'm going to do it sideways. So 1 foot forward, toe goes down, heel goes straight down. Don't have your foot at an angle, it's straight down. So we're looking straight ahead. Lunge over that front leg. You should feel it down the back of that calf. Hold it there. I like to call this my teeth cleaning stretch. If you've got a fancy toothbrush that measures 2 minutes, minute on this leg, stretching out those calves, and then we can change over and do a minute on the other leg. Toes down, heels down. We won't quite do a full minute. Find your balance, lean forward. Also leaning onto something can give it a little bit of a better stretch. Holding it there. Nice and steady for 4, 3, 2, 1, up we come into the middle. We're going to do some upper body stretch before we go down for full roll down. So have a breath in, breath out, drop your head and shoulders, bend your knees, link those hands and then stretch away in front, drawing gently up. Stretch wide and down. And again. Breath in, breath out, drop down. Link the fingers, stretch away. Come all the way back up. And wide. All the way down. Breath in, breath out. Stretch down one side, lift the other arm up toward the ceiling. Hand on head, elbow to ceiling, reach right over, have a little circle down through to the middle. Dangling there, we're gently going to come then back up and open out. Down, we're going to go down the other side. Stretch up to the ceiling. Hand on head, elbow to ceiling, reaching over, big stretch. circle round, dangling down, and then slowly pick yourself back up, drop your shoulders down, and roll down tongue. Breath in, breath out. Chin on chest, down we go. Slide down the front of those legs. Get the weight towards the front of your feet. Tuck yourself in nice and tight. And slowly peel yourself back up. And again then. Breath in, breath out. Chin on chest. Slowly down, reach. Curling back up. Lengthening that spine up towards the ceiling. Gently pulling in across the front of your tummy. Opening out that lower back. Don't stick your ribs out, keep them in the middle. Breath in. All the way up to the ceiling. And a breath out. And again, we're a little knee bend. And a breath out. Well done, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Welcome back. And I'll try and keep putting a few on over the next few weeks for you. A little bit of variety.